Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Oh, do you think this looks all right? I mean, I just looked in my closet and threw on the first thing that I could find. But I don't think Luke has seen this dress. I didn't have time to go shopping this morning, you know, and I wanted to look so special, you know. It's not every day a girl gets invited to the mayor's mansion, you know.
You too?
Yes, Luke called this morning. But I haven't the foggiest idea what all this is about. Does Robert know? I mean, Luke told me to come over here and ride over with Robert.
Well, we've been doing a lot of speculating, but we haven't come up with one solid theory yet.
I tell you, Holly, it was very, very strange. I mean, Luke was so calm and collected, but just a little bit too much so, you know what I mean? I mean, it's like sometimes when you are dying to tell somebody something, and you can't, and you are just bursting inside trying to get it out. I mean, I thought Luke would positively chew his tongue off this morning trying not to tell me what it was. Then I thought, well, he is a new mayor, so I decided it was best not to ask any questions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, take it from me, it wouldn't have done you a particle of good. I tried and failed miserably.
Oh. Well, you know, Holly said that you didn't have any theories either.
None, considering Luke's weird behavior.
Well, happily, the suspense will soon be over for you two.
Aren't you invited?
No. Robert said that Luke was quite specific about it.
Me and me alone.
And now me.
Well, you better be going if you don't want to be late.
Right. I'll call you the minute I know something.
Well, I'll be here.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Wish us luck. Hello, darling. Robert is still on that in-front of police phone. I cannot believe, in the limo. Do you believe that we had to stop all the way over at headquarters before we came here? This problem, that problem. I could not believe it. I would not have that job for all of the limo service in the world. And speaking of jobs, darling, I mean, how is yours going? I have not heard one single solitary peep out of you since you were sworn in. Now, are you all settled in here?
Tiffany, I have other guests.
Why didn't you tell me? Oh, hello, Laura, Rick, Leslie.
Hello.
Laura. No.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's me.
It is. No, it is. Yeah, I don't believe it, Laura. What? No, oh, I don't believe it. What are you? I don't understand. Laura, it is you. It is you. It's her. Robert. Robert.
Laura?
Yes. I'm back. I'm really back. I think I'm hallucinating.
No.
I can't believe it.
You're not hallucinating. She's here. She's real.
Where have you been?
Robert, Tiffany, sit down. We've got a lot to tell you.
Maybe I should have fought the marriage. Maybe that would have made a difference.
A very significant difference. You'd be dead, and this little homecoming or reunion wouldn't have even been possible.
Laura, you had to cooperate, and no one is ever going to find you guilty of that.
You didn't have an alternative.
Well, I know exactly what she was up against. Frankly, I'm surprised you got out of it at all.
I don't understand how it can happen. In the 20th century, how people who pretend to be civilized can just go around kidnapping
Leslie,
people.
this family lives by a completely different set of rules.
The Cassidines are very adept at getting away with murder.
All right, then with her testimony, you should be able to get them behind bars.
No, I don't think so, Rick. I don't think that would be a very good idea. With the marriage, it could look like she cooperated.
The only way to stop Helena Cassidine is to kill her. A deed I'd be very happy to perform if she calls by.
Robert, it's not Helena we're worried about at the moment.
It's Stavros. He'll take his revenge on Helena for freeing me, and then he'll come after me.
As a matter of fact, Laura's already seen one of his boys in town. His name is George.
Oh, my goodness, you're kidding.
All right, prosecution's out. Retaliation is pointless.
Laura and I have thought about it, and we may have a plan with your help. We'd like to tell everyone that she's had amnesia.
Well, that's a good excuse, but what does it accomplish?
Well, hopefully it demonstrates to the Cassidines that we're not going to tell the true story.
You see, it had to be Helena who freed me. Now, if she realizes that we're not going to accuse her, maybe she will leave us alone.
Well, I can see the next problem. Let's say Helena does that. What about Stavros?
No one wrongs Stavros and lives to tell about it.
Obviously a character trait of the family.
Well, Mikos, Tony, Victor, I mean, let's face it, they're all cut from the same cloth.
Oh, yes, Victor, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, it's that sick sense of values they have. It's just, women just like cars, like houses, like islands. They think they own them. I tell you, I lived in constant fear of Victor.
All right, then what's the solution?
It's simple, Rick. We'll go with the amnesia story. It'll be like waving a white flag, hopefully a truce. Everybody just backs off.
Well, there's no guarantee that Stavros is going to back off. Laura married him. Now, in his eyes, she's his forever.
Laura is my wife. First, last, and always. And even some maniac like Stavros ought to know that.
If he does, then there is the chance that he will leave us all alone.
Will it work?
I hope so, Leslie.
That's all we've got here is hope. Hope that Stavros is going to act like a rational person. But he's a Cassadine, so I wouldn't bet on it.
I was terribly scared because there was no one around on the Star, so I wandered around the docks.
Don't forget the fog.
Right, the fog. It was very thick, and I became disoriented. I fell down, and I hit my head, and after that, everything went blank.
That's when you lost your memory.
Right. But I do remember being fished out of a small boat.
Who fished you out?
A man and a woman.
Do you remember anything else about them?
No, I just stayed with them for a few days, and then I moved on, and I kept on moving on after that, trying to find something or someone that I could recognize.
What was the final thing that allowed you to get your memory back?
One day, someone asked me what my name was, and I said Lucy Johnson, and because I had used that name once before, it started to come back to me little by little, piece by piece. Eventually, I put everything together, and now I'm back.
Port Charles was the last link. Once you arrived here and realized that, it all came back to you.
Right.
Well, I'm satisfied. I think we can tell that story to all our friends, at least temporarily. The only people who know the truth are right here in this room.
Rick?
It's very tough to argue with.
Who's going to argue except the Cassadines, and they know that it's all a phony.
I'll set up a press conference for you tomorrow announcing that Laura is alive, hopefully. The Cassadines will back off, knowing that we're not going to implicate them.
Right. That way Laura can stay here in the house.
Yeah.
Safe for a while.
Also, until I'm sure that this Cassadine man and Stavros aren't lurking around anywhere, I'm going to put police on the house, on you two, and Rick and Leslie. We take no chances here.
Whatever you think's necessary.
Who can we tell? If I don't tell Amy, her heart is going to be broken. Tell her. You can tell anyone and everyone. Oh, good. Because telling Amy is telling everyone.
Oh, but not Ruby. I'll have to call Ruby and explain to her myself.
Okay. All right. Well, we better get to the hospital. Boy, yeah, there are going to be a lot of questions. Whoa.
I'll be sleeping in here.
Well, guess I'll see you soon. Oh, I will. I will. I'll see you soon. Oh, you can't know. I do know. Oh. I know. Oh. I'm so glad to be back. Listen, can you do me a favor?
Sure, whatever.
I left a whole bunch of clothes over at the International Hotel. Do you think you could possibly have them sent over?
Oh, just demands. I'd love to. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Bye, honey.
I love you.
Honey, we'll see you very soon.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Good day, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You take care of yourself, okay?
You look pretty in that.
Take care.
Thank you. So good to see you, bud.
Bye, lady. I told you, lady.
Okay, I want Laura behind these doors till we work out which way the Cassadines are going to jump. We'll say that she plans to stay in seclusion with her husband.
Okay, do you think this is going to work?
50-50. It all hinges on whether we can convince the Cassadines we're not going to declare war or call them to account.
I think they know us well enough to know that if they push, we'll push back.
Well, let's see how it flies. I'll organize the guards in the limo.
All right, thanks, Robert.
Old times, old friends. Almost like the good old days. Good to have you back, love.
Thank you, Robert.
We'll talk soon.
Yes, thank you.
Holly! Holly! Where are you, Holly? Come to Robert. Where are you? Holly!
Well, there you are.
Rack of lamb.
No, it's a veal chop, but I used the lamb sauce recipe because I couldn't find a veal one.
Well-
It'll be ready soon.
Forget about it. Leave it in the oven. Let's crack a bottle of champagne.
Why? It's not that bad.
Well, I've had your veal chop before. Look, I have some incredible news. So fantastic. I don't think I believe it.
Well, what? You look stunned.
I am stunned. And weren't you when Luke came back from the dead?
Robert, what are you talking about?
It's happened again.
Something's happened to Luke?
No, Laura.
Laura?
Yeah, Luke's Laura. She's not dead. She's alive.
Robert, are you crazy?
Yeah, I know it appears that way. But it's true. It's true.
You saw her?
I saw her, I touched her, and I talked to her.
But it's been such a long time.
2 years.
It's hard to believe.
It's the truth. She's here in Port Charles, and she's with Luke right now. Scorpio.
Robert, we got trouble. Stavros Cassadine just left his calling card.
What was it?
The Cassadine emblem?
That's it then. The fight starts.
Do we stick to the plan?
Yeah, the press conference. Let's see if it smokes him out.
And then?
We wait. Are you okay for the night?
Yeah, we're fine. I'll talk to you tomorrow.